Hello, future nurses. Here's the last example of doing math with fractions. So this one, again, might look kind of scary to you because it involves three numbers and they're all being multiplied. But again, it's not going to change the process at all. So 4/9 times 1 4/5 times 2/5. And you can also see here that the answer choices involve some kind of crazy fractions, but it doesn't matter because we're just sticking them all into our calculator. So it's not any more challenge than using smaller numbers. So, okay, so we start with 4/9. So 4 divided by 9, and that is going to give us 0.4444. And then 1 4/5. So we're going to do 4 divided by 5. And then we're going to add 1 to that. And that's going to give us just 1.8. And then 2/5 is just 2 divided by 5. And that's going to give us 0.4. So now we have to multiply those three together, and you're just going to run that all together in your calculator. So clear out your calculator. 0.4444 times 1.8 times 0.4 equals 0.31. Oh, here's a little bit of a tricky one. It's 0.319968. We just want to go out to 4 decimal places. And so when we round, we don't need to pay attention to the 8, but the 6 is going to knock the 9 up to a 0, which is then going to knock that next 9 up to a 0, which is going to knock that next number up to a 2. So this is actually like 0.3200. If I lost you there, it's okay, because if you used more than 4 decimal places, it's actually not a problem. So you could go out more, and you could just take your 8 and round your 6 up to a 7. And that's actually fine too. 0.31997. If that's easier for you, it's always okay to go out to more decimal places, as long as it's not your final answer. If your final answer and it tells you to go out to a certain number of final decimal places, that's the only time you actually have to. But if you're doing it for this sort of thing, and I told you to go out to 4, if it's easier for you in some situations to go out to 5 or even 6, that's fine too. Okay, then of course we have to convert all of our answer choices to decimals. So, but we can check and see if any of them can be eliminated before we start doing the converting. And I see that A and D both start with a whole number, and our decimal actually just starts with a 0. So we want one that's just a fraction without a whole number out in front of it. So we can cross out A and we can cross out D. So that's nice, because now we only have 2 that we have to look at as possible answers. So we've got 7/16. So 7 divided by 16 is 0.4375. That doesn't look like it's very close. Hopefully 8/25 will be better. 8 divided by 25 is 0.32. Now, hopefully you are already aware, but if not, I'll tell you now that 0.32 and 0.3200 are exactly the same thing. So when we rounded this one, we got to 0.3200, and when we did 8 divided by 25, we got 0.32, exactly the same thing. So C is our correct answer, and 8/25 is what you would get by multiplying 4/9 times 1 4/5 times 2/5. So that's my last example that I'm going to do right now for the fractions. If you are running into any where you think this method isn't working or something about it's confusing, give me any examples you want to. Put them in the YouTube comments, and I will make you a video explaining whatever one that you're struggling with. Sound good? Hope your studying is going well, and I'll be moving on to the next math topic soon. Bye-bye.